So good evening, everyone. Armando Fernandez, Portfolio Square. For the past 17 years, I've been helping families, small business owners improve their financial position. Today, we'll be discussing basics of financial planning, overcoming uncertainty, how to build a solid foundation, and where to go for more help. So it's not what you make, it's what you keep, right? It doesn't matter if you're making a lot of money or making a little bit of money. I've sat down with folks on both ends of the spectrum, and sometimes the gentleman that makes $500,000 is up to here in financial stress, and the family that's making under $50,000 has no debt, and they have a plan in place and they're moving forward. So really it's about managing the finances that come into the home. Right, so there's this piece based on Bill Bacharach's values-based selling that talks about the 5 pieces of a successful life that deals with money. And if your financial house is in order, all the other parts of your financial well-being have an opportunity to do well as well. But if your finances are struggling, it affects us mentally. Mental stress has been found directly related to physical illnesses. If money is an issue, sometimes you can't work out or take care of yourself physically. Eat the foods that will keep you healthy. If money is an issue, you can't do what you want to do, when you want to do it, with whom you want to do it. Sometimes relationships suffer. One of the most common reasons for divorce and stress in the family is financial issues. And even though you don't need money to be spiritual, it's also true that people that do well financially can support the community events that will help improve their community. So when you're talking to a financial advisor, that financial advisor should have in mind every aspect of your life and how finances plays a role. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was a study on wealth creation that found that of 100 people in this country at age 65, one was wealthy, so to give you guys my back. 12 were financially independent, meaning they didn't have to worry about money anymore. 62 out of 100 were still working at age 65, and 25 had less than $2,000 in the bank. Now, I don't know about you, but I found it hard to believe that in the most prosperous country in the world, 87% of the people at age 65 roughly were either still working or couldn't retire. What happened to the American dream? See, it used to be that folks could work 35, 40 years and they'd be able to accomplish their goals, send their kids to college, pay off their house, and be able to provide for a proper retirement. But the rules of money have changed. And how can we expect to win the game of money if we don't know the rules? So one of the rules of money that I'll share with you today is compound interest. Has anyone heard of compound interest before?
Yes.
So Albert Einstein said that compound interest was the most powerful force in the universe, and he explained it using the rule of 72, which works this way. If you take the number 72, divided by the interest rate in which your money is invested, it'll give you the number of years that it will take your money to double. So I'll explain to you this way. Let's play a game. Arlene, let's make believe you're 19 years old again. Like the game so far? Yeah, Peter.
A couple years ago.
Peter loves it too.
Your parents just gave you $2,000, but Arlene, there's a catch. You can't spend it. You have to save it until you're 67 years old. So for 48 years, you have to put it away. Where would most 19-year-olds put away their money?
CD.
Under their purse.
In your purse? If you had to save it, where would you take it?
Savings account.
Savings account, okay? They take it to places they know and understand, a safe place, right? Banks, savings accounts, do they give high rates of return or low rates of return?
Low.
All right, so let's be generous and say this bank gave you a 3% rate of return. What do you think would happen over 48 years?
I'm going there right now.
It'll double twice. 72 divided by 24, your money would double twice in a 48-year period. It goes from 2,000 to 8,000, not too bad, right? But say we double the interest rate. Say now we invest in that corporate bond that gives you a 6% dividend. If you double the interest rate, what do you think would happen to the result? Give me a number, guys.
Double 16.
Double. Some people say double, some people say no, it's more. It's exponential growth, compound
Triple.
interest. it actually grows to $32,000. Say we double the interest rate again, we invest in the global economy, say an IRA that you did really well and you had a 12% rate of return average over that 48-year period. If you double the interest rate again, what would happen to the number? Give me a crazy number.
64.
64,000, very good. Anyone else?
100.
$512,000.
I'm gonna give $2,000 to my daughters.
This is what's happening, folks. Same money, same amount of time, drastically different results. Okay? So what's happening is we're taking our money to places that we think are safe. We're getting an interesting rate of return. They're taking our money and investing in the global economy. They give you back $8,000 in a toaster, and they keep the difference. Is that fair? It's fair for the bank, right? It's legitimate business. But if we knew better, we'd probably take our money to places that could benefit us more, right? Let's look at the other side of that coin. Does anybody know anyone in debt?
Yes.
Okay, everyone out there, right? Have you seen credit cards that charge more than 12%?
Oh, yeah.
interest?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've seen them that charge under 12%.
So here's what's happening. Arlene takes her $2,000